Aaron here from the RadBoyz, back at some BMX stuff here in the shop. Actually, I got a lot of BMX stuff going on, which is why I have no room to work, because I have this light box set up here for taking photos. But look at it, it does look so great. Makes everything look great. So, but what I'm working on here now is I'm going to do a detailed tutorial on how to properly rebuild a set of pedals. So these are the pedals that I dug out of my collection of old stuff. They're in pretty rough shape. The axles barely move. Well, they move, but they're really gritty and rough. Cages are in bad shape. I started to sandblast these at one point, never finished, but they're in bad shape. Pedals are not in great shape. This is like plastic of some kind and it looks horrible. So everything has to be tore apart. This, I'm thinking I'm going to paint this white. I don't know. I'm torn between white and red. I might go red and black. Red and black, I'm thinking. Let's do red and black. Red and black. So I got to tear these down completely into pieces, clean up all the guts, bearings and axle and all that stuff. Cages need to be finished sandblasted because they're pretty rough. I got to finish sandblasting those, which I'm probably not going to get to till tomorrow. So my goal today is just to get them apart, get everything cleaned up, get the pedal bodies, I guess you would call these, themselves, get those painted, and then tomorrow at some point I'm going to paint these red, and then these will be ready. The other thing I have to do at some point is clean up the seat, which might look pretty good on camera, but it's got a lot of nicks and scratches and dings and stuff like that in it, so it needs to be cleaned up. And then I'm going in to watch a movie with my wife, so I'm hitting this hard, get her done, and then I'm going in to relax. It's been a long day, so I gotta get this done and then chill. So what do I need to do first? First, I'm going to tear these down, so I'm going to throw this camera on my head. Hopefully this hasn't been rattling the whole time. But I'm going to throw this camera on my head and give her on tearing these into pieces. Really not a lot to that. Screwdriver to take the cages off. So yeah, screwdriver to take the cages off. Then once you have the body free, you need to pop this end cap off carefully without damaging it, because look how mint that is. Mint. So pop that off carefully, and then there's a nut under there that needs to be loosened. So grab the end there, twist the nut free. Once it's off, everything slides out, bearings fall all over the place and scatter, and you lose half of them. Which is why it's a good idea to do it over something like this. This is bar saw. So I'll do it over top of this, so when the bearings fall out, they fall right there into that bar saw and instantaneously start cleaning themselves. It's perfect. That's the plan. So let me just set up and get everything rolling, and we'll time lapse it. So everything's apart. Little pieces I put in the bowl of bar saw. These pieces all need to be prepped. Cages going to be sandblasted, and the pedal bodies, which, my god, these are awesome. They weigh like nothing. So anyways, they need to be cleaned up, all that grease in there, And then once they're cleaned up, blown off and hung somehow. How am I going to hang these? Put a wire down in there, and then they're ready.
Sunshine, my rain. She's wearing my school ring on my chain. She's my steady, I'm her man. I'm gonna love her all I can. This day is
Okay, so I got all these parts prepped, but I decided not to paint tonight because it's already getting too late. The in-laws are here. I was inside visiting, and I don't have time to do that. So what I am going to do is quickly gear up and sandblast these pedal cages so that when I do have time to paint, I can do all the painting at the same time. So coveralls, airline, okay. That's ready. Okay. Can't take this camera out there with me. Obviously, that would destroy the lens. So, I'm just going to show you my setup in detail here and how I go about doing this, you know, starting with safety. So, I'm wearing full coveralls. I got my hoodie. I wear this hoodie for a reason, sorry. That is the reason right there. So I can put my thumb through that, keep my sleeves down, keep sand out of there. I also put this hood up, so I leave my toque on. I put this hood up. Actually, no, I'm taking this toque off. Put the hood up, pull the strings tight, so it's just a little opening on the face. And then I put this on right here, this 3M mask, which is pretty beat up. But that goes on over top of the hood, seals around the hole, and gives me a perfectly sealed environment that I can breathe in. So that is how I dress myself up to do this. It's not a professional setup by any means, but it's a pretty good setup for a at-home do-it-yourself setup. Keeps me clean anyways, keeps the stuff out of my lungs. Then this is my sandblaster setup right here. So we'll start here with the compressor. So this is my compressor. This is the piggyback tank. Line comes out of the piggyback tank. It's making like 170 psi, and that comes here to the gun. And this is my sand reservoir. So this is full. It's actually not full right now, but I'm only doing 2 little pedals real quick, so it don't need to be full. So that's my sandblast setup. How to do it? Pretty basic. Take your pedal. This one's almost completely done. I just need to clean it up slightly. But this one, okay, so there's the area that needs to be done. Insides and stuff. So all you do is just take the pedal, take the gun, point the tip to it, hold it, you know, an inch away maybe, and blast off. Work your way along the surface until it's clean. So I'm going to put the camera down. I'm going to quickly get this blasted because it's getting dark out there, and then I'll come back and I'll show you these finished and ready to go. Sealed up.
15 minutes later.
Okay, so yeah, it's been about 15 minutes now, and I've already managed to clean up all my gear, put everything away, all my safety gear, all the sandblasting gear. Everything is as it should be in the shop, and these are beautifully prepped and ready to go. And look at this. These things have so much potential. Like, just for an old set of pedals that I found that were basically garbage, look at the cage. Not one of those teeth are mangled in any way, shape, or form. They're just all perfect, as if they're like brand new. No mangulation on those teeth. Look, there's 2 teeth right there. 3 teeth. 1, 2, 3. That have just the slightest, which I'm going to take a file to that and file that off before I paint it. They're VP 866S. And this is the left cage, and this one here is the right. So once again, that's VP 866S. They're a pretty nice pedal. Nothing wrong with them at all. When I get these done, they'll be beautiful. It will perform and function just like any $400 NOS pedal or brand new repo pedal. Probably be better, because my finish is going to be way better.